Well, in today's session, we are going to talk about the inverse of a matrix using elementary transformations. First of all, we must understand what the inverse of a matrix is. Suppose we are given a square matrix A. If we can find a matrix B such that AB is equal to I is equal to BA. That is, if we can find a matrix B, if that multiplied by A gives the identity element, a multiplicative identity, then A is known as the inverse of B and B is known as the inverse of A. It is same as the inverse of a real number. Suppose you are having a real number 5. Now to find the inverse of this 5, you need a number such that if you multiply that number with 5, you get 1. That is multiplicative identity. And that number, of course, is 5 raised to minus 1. So if you multiply 5 raised to minus 1 with 5, what you get is simply the in 1. That is the identity element. So 5 raised to minus 1 is the multiplicative inverse of 5 and 5 is the multiplicative inverse of 5 raised to minus 1. In the same way, you have the inverse of a square matrix. If a square matrix multiplied by the square matrix gives the result identity element, then the first one is known as the inverse of second and the second one is the inverse of first. Now, let's try to understand elementary operations. Basically, we introduce 6 elementary operations. 3 operations for rows and 3 for columns. Whatever is applicable to rows, the same is equally applicable for columns. So the very first is, if you need to interchange any 2 rows, then this property may help, this elementary operation or elementary transformation may help. How it works? Any 2 rows or columns, any 2 rows can be interchanged. That is, if I have to change ith row and jth row, then I can do it, and symbolically I'll write ith row is interchanged with jth row, ri is interchanged with rj, or if I talk about columns, ci is interchanged by cj. Well, the second property says, the second transformation says, each element of a row, yes, we are talking about a particular row, not the whole matrix. Each element of a row can be multiplied by a scalar k. That is, if you need to multiply each and every element of ith row with a number k, then it can be done, and this is symbolically written, ri becomes k times of ri. Now the third and the most important property, which is symbolically denoted by ri, is now transformed as ri plus k times of rj. Here what you do is addition to the element of any row. You take any row, ith row, add it. The corresponding elements of any other row. Add the corresponding element of any other row multiplied by a scalar k. So this is how it works. Suppose I have a matrix A, 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose with the help of this element, I need 0 here. What I can do is, I want to make change in row 2. What is the change? If I subtract 3 times of this, that is 3 minus 3. If I subtract, R2, 3 times of R1 from this, then I can get 0 here. Let's try it. There is no change in R1. While writing the elements of R2, now we write the transformed R2, that is, each and every element we add minus 3 times of the element of R1. So 3 minus 3 times of the element of R1 is 1. That will give you simply 0. Here 4 minus 3 times of 2. 3 times of 2. That will give me 4 minus 6 is minus 2. So simply you do the calculation in mind only. It is very simple. How to do? Just take the element of R2, subtract 3 times of this. So 3 minus 3 times of 1. 3 minus 3 is 0. 4 minus 3 times of 2, that is 4 minus 6, that is minus 2. So this is the important property. Now let's talk about one important aspect. See, this is the matrix A and we have applied a transform. Now we have got a new matrix. If I apply an elementary transformation to any matrix and I obtain a new matrix, that new matrix is said to be equivalent to the original. Actually, it is not the matrix A itself, it is equivalent matrix. This is, say, the name of this matrix is B. So A is equivalent to B. An equivalent matrix is a matrix which can be obtained by applying some elementary transformation to a matrix. Let's first understand the procedure. Here we have a matrix A that can be written as IA. Well, we apply see here, we write it IA, and when we apply raw transformations are always applied on pre-factor, that is pre-multiplier. Now what we do is, we apply a sequence of elementary raw transformation to make the left hand side as I. Mind it, we make the left hand side I, and whatever the right hand side becomes. Now see, suppose it is B. Now listen, we have got a matrix B which if multiplied by A gives us I, and that is the inverse of A. So as soon as we get an identity matrix on the left hand side, the pre-multiplier will be the inverse of A. That is the process. Now while applying the transformations, what are the important things we must keep in mind? See, focus on the unit matrix. 1, 1. Obviously the diagonal elements are 1. These diagonal elements will be considered as the key element. So what we will do is, we will first make 1 here, and as soon as we make 1 here, with the help of this key entry, we will make this, prepare this whole column, that is, we will make it 0 here. After making 0 here, we will make the key element, the next key element, that is 1, and with the help of this one, we make this 0. That is, we simply follow this procedure 1, 0, 1, 0, and this is nothing but just smile. See, this to get the row transformations, just smile. Make this 1, make this 0, then make here 1 and make 0 here. In other words, when we talk about 3 by 3 matrix, what we do is 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. See what we do. First of all, we make the key element of first row. And as soon as we get the key element of first row, we prepare 2 zeros below it. That is, we prepare the whole column. As soon as this whole column prepared, now we proceed to the next one. And for the next one, the very first aim is to get the key element. And mind it, to get this key element, you should not go up in raw transformations. You can take help of this, or simply you can divide. Better to take help of this row. After making 1 here, make these 2 elements 0. Now you proceed to the third column. Make 1 here. After making 1 here, you make two zeros with the help of this, just applying elementary transformations. Well, in short, what we need to do is, we'll follow a standard procedure. What this procedure says, listen. When you are applying row transformation, the very first thing, you will apply the transformation in the pre-multiplicand only. So when I write A is equal to IA, what you will do is, you will apply the transformation in pre-multiplier. That is, if you are applying row transformation, you will write A is equal to IA. I into A. If you say IA. समझ रहे हैं? So A is equal to IA. So we will apply in the pre-multiply. And we remember, row comes before column. So if you are applying row transformations, that is to be applied on the pre-multiplicand. And when we will apply column transformations, that will only be applied on the post-multiplicand. We will talk about it. And how we prepare? For a 2 by 2 matrix, first of all, we prepare the key element. With this key element, we prepare the whole column. As soon as we get the first column, we proceed to the second column, and the key entry in this column is 1. As soon as we get 1 here, with the help of this 1, we make all zeros. Had it been a 3 by 3 matrix, what I could have done, I would now go to the third column. The key entry in the third column is the last one. I'll make 1 there, and with the help of that one, I'll make 2 zeros. That is, the procedure is very simple. Don't try hit and try. Don't do that. Don't do something randomly. What you have to do is, you just follow the procedure. Make this 1. You get the key element of this column. Make other entries 0. Make this 1. After making this 1, make all the entries 0. While making this key element 1, you must keep in mind that you cannot take the help of the upper rows, because if you do so, suppose I have 1 here, and to make 0, I subtract this from this. What I will get here is 0 minus 1, it becomes minus 1. So obviously, the standard procedure is very simple. What you need to do? Take the key element, make it 1 with the help of lower rows. After making it 1, you make all the zeros in that particular column. When you are applying row transformations, you prepare columns. When the first column is ready, now jump to the second column and the key element. After getting the key element, you make all zeros with the help of key element. Then you go, and to get the key element, don't get the help of upper row. You can use the lower one. Let's take an example of a 2 by 2 matrix. Well, now we have to find the inverse of this square matrix A. So to apply elementary row transformation, we write A is equal to IA, and we apply the transformations to the left multiples, or what we say is pre-multiples. In order to apply column transformations, we write A is equal to AI. In that case, we apply the transformation on the post multipliers. That we must keep in mind. Most of the time we will be using row transformation. So here we have A is equal to IA. Now to find the inverse, what we are to do? We will apply a sequence of elementary transformations so that this I, because we are going to apply the transformation in the pre-multiply I and here in A. So what we will find is, finally we target to get I here. That is 1, 0, 0, 1. So to get I, and in that case we will get here BA. Since B multiplied by A gives us I, so B is the inverse of A. That is the whole procedure. Let's try applying the transformations. Say A is here 2, 3, 1, minus 1. I is 1, 0, 0, 1. Since we are going to apply the transformations on the left multiple, that is pre-multiple only, so we are not writing A here. Otherwise we could have written the whole A. Well, now I need one here. We have three transformations. We can interchange any two rows. We can multiply each and every element of a particular row with a number, and we can add to the element of a particular row, we can add to the element of particular row the corresponding element of any row multiplied with a constant k, that is k times of rj. So these are the basic three operations, elementary operations, which we are going to use. See, our target is to get 1 0 0 1. This is key element, chabi. Get the key and prepare the column. To get here 1, what we can do is simply, if I interchange this, I'll get 1 here. There can maybe another method. I can divide the first row by 2 so that I can get 1 here. That is another method. If I subtract this row from this, 2 minus 1, I'll get 1 here. So all the three options are there. Whatever is most suitable will be taken, and here I am taking interchanging of two rows. See here, applying R1 is now interchanged by R2, and mind it, whatever application we are applying on the left hand side, whatever operation or transformation, that is to be applied on RHS on the pre-multiplicand. Well, so we are interchanging. Second row now becomes the first row, and first row becomes the second. In the same way, 0 1 is here and 1 0 becomes here. Now after getting this 1, I am to smile just 1, then 0, then 1, then 0, or I will prepare the first column, then I will prepare the second. In the second column, I will prepare the key element first, 1. Then with the help of this one, I will make it 0. Just a smiling face. Well, what we do is, now I need 0 here to complete this. So if I subtract 2 times of this, 2 minus 2 is 0. So I need to make transformation in the second row. Second row will now become R2 minus 2 times of R1. Suppose I have 5 here, then what I will do is, if I have 1 here, that I have already made. After making 1, subtract its 5 times. Here if it is minus 5, then add 5 times of it. That is very simple process. That's why we get the key element first, then we proceed. Well, R2 minus 2 R1. So there is no change in R1. The transformation is only applied in R2. What we are applying here? R2 minus 2 times of R1. 2 minus 2, that is 0. 3 minus 2 times of minus 1. 2 times of minus 1 is minus 2. When I subtract it from this, 3 plus 2, that is 5. 3 minus of minus 2, that is 3 plus 2, 5. 1 minus 2 times of 0, that is 1 minus 0. 0 minus 2 times of 1, that is minus 2. Well, don't forget to write this A. It is not written in a 2 by 2 form. Just we have used symbol because the transformations are only applied to be the pre-multiplicand. Well, now we need the key element here. To get the key element, don't take the help of upper while getting the key element. Don't take the help of upper row, because if you add 4 times of it, it is 5 minus 4 is 1, but if you add 4 times of this column, this entry will not be 0, it will be changed. So what precautions we need to take is, while preparing the key element, we use the lower rows for that. And if there is no lower row, then we have only one option, that is to divide by that particular number, that is KRI. Just divide it by 5. So now to get 1 here, R2 becomes 1 by 5 times of R2. Let's see what happens. There is no change in R1. This is divided by 5. So 0, 5 by 5 is 1. This is 1 by 5 and this is minus 2 by 5 times of A. Don't forget to write A. Now I have got the key element of second column. As soon as I get the key element, I'll make all zeros in this column. So if I simply add minus 1 to 1, to make it 0, I just add it. So R1 becomes R1 plus R2. Now apply. R1 becomes R1 plus R2. See what it gives. We are not making any change in R1, R2, only in R1. So I am writing R2 here, 0, 1, 0, 1. 1 by 5 minus 2 by 5, right? R2, so R1 plus R2. R1 plus R2. 1 plus 0 gives me 1. Minus 1 plus 1 gives me 0. Simply this plus this, 0 plus 1 by 5 is 1 by 5. 1 plus minus 2 by 5. 1 plus minus 2 by 5 of course is 3 by 5. 3 by 5. Now you see we applied a sequence of elementary transformation so that we can get I in the left hand side, and as soon as we get I here, that is A into some matrix is equal to I, so this matrix must be the inverse of A. So we write A inverse is equal to 1 by 5, 3 by 5, 1 by 2 minus 2 by 5. Why it's A inverse? Because if we multiply A with this matrix, we are getting a unit matrix. That's why it is A inverse. Now let's take an example of a 3 by 3 matrix. Well, we have a 3 by 3 matrix here and we have to find the inverse of this matrix. We'll use row transformation. So we have written A is equal to IA. You know the process very well. When we apply row transformations, we write A is equal to IA and we apply the transformation to the pre-multiplier. Okay, then to get, we have A is equal to IA, we apply a sequence of transforms. We don't make transforms in this, on the pre-multipliers only. We apply a sequence of transforms. After that we get I in the left hand side. So our aim is to get I in the left hand side, and here we get B. If B into A is equal to I, that means this B is the inverse of A. Now to get I here, that is 1 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 and 0 0 1. What we do is, first of all we decide the key element. These are the key elements. Kunji, chabi. When you get the key, you can open. So as soon as you get 1 here, suppose I have already 1 here in case, then what happens? Here suppose it is 3 and it is minus 5. If I subtract 3 times of 1 from 3, I'll get 0. If I add 5 times of 1, I'll get 0. So with the help of this key element, with unity, it is very easy to find zeros. After getting zeros here, suppose I have a situation, I have here 5, here I have 2 and here I have 4. Now I need this key element, that is 1. I need 1 here. Clearly I can see 2 options. If I subtract from 5, that is 5 minus 4 will give me 1. And if I subtract the double of this, 5 minus 4 will give me 2. And I have an option that if I divide the whole row with 5, then also I can get 1. But if I divide, the calculation becomes tough. So what we do? If I subtract 4 from 5, that is R2 minus R1, then this will not be 0. 0 minus 4, that will become minus 4. So what we have prepared the first column, but if we will not follow the system, our prepared column will be disturbed. So to avoid this disturbance, what we do? When we are trying to get this key element, don't take the help of upper rows. You can take the help of lower rows. Suppose you are having 1 here, you can observe 1 here, you can simply interchange. But if you have 1 here and you try to interchange, what will happen is, obviously, you will get this row, this column will be disturbed and you will not get this column in its proper format, that is 1 0 0. So keep in your mind, first of all what we are going to do, we'll get the key element of first column. As soon as we get the key element of first column, we prepare the first column. Then we go to the next column, we get the key element of that column, that is 1. As soon as we get 1 here, with the help of this one, we make 2 zeros. After getting the second column completed, we jump to the third column, and suppose here I have 17 and here I have 16 while talking about the key element of this. If I try to subtract it, this system, I have got here 0 1 0. If I subtract to get 1, if I subtract 17 minus 16 is 1. But this column will be disturbed. So what we are to take care of, while using raw transformations and getting key elements of that particular column, you may take help of the lower rows. Don't go to the rows above to that particular row. I hope I'm clear. Just systematically get the key element, make 2 zeros. Get the key element, make 2 zeros. Get the key element, make 2 zeros. That's it. That's all. Let's start the solution of this question, or you can take any question in this one. Well, so first of all I need key element here 1. For that I have lot of options. Let's first interchange. I'll get minus 5 here, then I'll multiply it by minus 1, that will give me plus 5. Now if I 5 minus 2 times of 2, that will give me 1. Or simply I could have divided it by 2, but you may understand the calculation will be tough. So with an easy approach, to get 1 here, what I am doing, I am just interchanging R1 and R2. Let's see what happens. Applying R1 is interchanged by R2, so this becomes my R1, and 2 minus 1 3 becomes R2. R3 is not changed, there is no change in it. Whatever you have applied on the left hand side, the same is to be applied on the right hand side. So R2 and R1 are interchanged. 0 1 0 1 0 0 0 0 1. Now I want to get plus 5 here. Again R1 is multiplied by minus 1, so that I can get plus 5. You can use alternative methods, no problem at all, but mind it, while using raw transformation, throughout the question you are going to use raw transformations only. Well, this will give me 5 minus 3 minus 1. Just change the sign, multiply by minus 1, first row only, okay? So this will give me 0 minus 1 0. Other rows are same, that is 1 0 0 0 0 1. Don't forget to write A here. This is 2 minus 1 3 minus 3 2 3. Well, to get 1 here, if I subtract the double of this, that is 5 minus 4, I will get 1 here. So R1 becomes R1 minus 2 times of R2. we are making change in R1. So this minus double of this, 5 minus 4 is 1. Minus 3 minus 2 times of minus 1. That will give me minus 3 plus 2. Minus 3 plus 2 will give me minus 1. Minus 1 minus 2 times of R2. That is minus 1 minus 6. Minus 1 minus 6 will give me minus 7. There is no change in R2. Well, R1 minus 2 R2. This minus 2 times of this. Minus 2. This minus 2 times of 0. 0 minus 2 times of 0. Well, this is 1 0 0 0 0 1. Now finally we have got 1, that is the key element of first column. I have taken a tough one so that you can understand all the steps. As soon as we get 1 here, it is very easy to get 2 zeros here. You subtract 2 times of 1, you will get 0 here. You add 3 times of 1 in it, you will get 0. So we apply R2 becomes R2 minus 2 times of R1 and R3 becomes R3 minus plus 3 times of R1. If I add 3 times of this in R1, R3, I'll get 0 here. So this is very simple step. If you get the key element, immediately in the next step you are going to get 2 zeros. As soon as you get 1 here, in the next step you are going to get 2 zeros. As soon as you get 1 here, immediately you are going to get 2 zeros here with the help of this key element that you must take care of. Rest all will be done. Well, I have not made any change in R1, so I am writing R1 same as it was. So we are making change in R2 and R3 only. So 1 minus 1 minus 7 minus 2 minus 1 0. R2 minus 2 times of 2 minus 2 times of 1 0. Minus 1 minus 2 times of minus 1, that is minus 1 plus 2. Minus 1 plus 2 give me 1. 3 minus 2 times of this. So minus 2 times of this will simply 14. 3 plus 14 is 17. Alright. Now R3. R3 now becomes R3 plus 3 times of R1. Minus 3 plus 3 will give me 0. 2 minus 3. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. This minus 3, this plus 3 times of R1. This plus 3 times of R1. 3 plus 20, minus 21. That is 3 minus 21. 3 minus 21 is minus 18. So whatever I have applied on the left hand side, the same is to be applied on the right hand side, and don't forget to write A here. Well, the first row is same, minus 2, 1, minus 2, minus 1, 0. Now what we are to do is, R2 becomes R2 minus 2 R1. Subtract its double from here. 1 minus of 2 times of minus 2. That is 1 plus 4. 1 plus 4 will give me 5. 0 minus 2 times of minus 1, that is plus 2. When 0 will be added to 2 times of R1, that will give me 0 here. Now this 3 times of this is to be added to this. So this will give me 0 plus minus 6, that is minus 6. 0 plus minus 3, that is minus 3. 1 plus 0, that is 1. To make the calculation easy, you can go in the reverse order. That is the simplest way. 3 times of R1 is to be added to R3. Forget R3. Don't focus on R3 first. What we are to do? We are to multiply the element R1 with 3 and then just add this. So minus 6 plus 0, minus 6. Multiply it with 3, minus 3, and simply add it. Minus 3 plus 0 is minus 3. Multiply it with by 3. Again, if I talk about this, it is very simple. You focus on R1, multiply each and every element with minus 2. And minus 2 R1, then you get R2 in here. So minus 2 times of minus 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. Minus 2 times of minus 1 is 2. 2 plus 0. Simply add it. That will give me 2. 0 times 0 is 0. That is how you can do calculation easy. Well, now I have get the key element. You can see we have got 1 here. As soon as we get 1 here, fortunately we are having 1 here. Had it not been 1, we could have changed with the help of the lower one, not we'll take the help of upper. Well, so I have this key element. Now I am to make these 2 zeros. The second column will be prepared. So R1 now becomes, I want to make this 0. If I add this in into it, so R1 plus R2, I'll get 0. And here R3 becomes R3 plus R2. With the key element, with the key row only, we will make the changes. Okay. So what I get is something into A. Let's see. As soon as I'll add it, 1 plus 0 is 1, minus 1 plus 1 is 0, minus 7 plus 17 is 10. There is no change in R2. In R3 we have R3 plus R2. Just add 0 plus 0 is 0, minus 1 plus 1 is 0, minus 18 plus 17 is minus 1. In R1 just R1 is changed, R2 is not changed. R1 and R3 changed. I am writing R2 first, 5 to 0. Just add this to this, R1 plus R2. Minus 2 plus 5 is 3, minus 1 plus 2 is 1, 0 plus 0 is 0. Add this to this, R3 plus R2. It gives me minus 1, minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1, 1 plus 0 is 1. Now, our first column is ready and the second column is ready. That means if the question is for 6 marks, you have done 3 columns are to be prepared. You have done 2/3, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. And the last step is very simple. Here it is minus 1. I need 1 here. What I'll do is I'll divide it by minus 1. Had it been 5 here, what I could have done? Only one option, to divide with that number, because we don't have any other row below this. And if we'll take the help of the rows above, what will happen? This adjustment, this whole adjustment may be disturbed. So now to prepare the key element of third row, I divide by this number, that is minus 1 times of R3. What it gives me? See. So 1, 0, 10, 0, 1, 17, 0, 0 plus 1. As soon as you will divide by minus 1, the sign will be changed. 3, 1, 0, 5, 2, 0, plus 1, minus 1. Now you have got the key entry of this. What you will do with the help of this? You will make these 0. And that is very simple. You subtract 10 times of 1, you will get 0. You subtract 17 times of 1, you get 0. That is the importance of this key element unity 1. Are you getting it? Well, the last step to prepare the third column, what we are doing is, now here to make this 0, R1 becomes R1 minus 10 times of R3 and R2 becomes R2 minus 17 times of R3. Is it okay? Let's do it. So finally this gives me 1 minus 0 is 1, 0 minus 0 is 1, 10 minus 10 times of this. So 10 minus 10 is 0. So 1, 0, 0. Now go for this. Second, this minus 17 times of this, 0. 1 minus 17 times of 0, 1 minus 0, that is 1. 17 minus 17 times of 1 is 0. So this gives me 0, 0, 1, and this is already 0. 0, 1, 0. The 17 minus 1 minus 0 is 1. 17 minus 17 is 0. Now apply it to the right hand side. R1 minus 10 R3. 3 minus 10. Or simply just multiply the element of R3 by minus 10 and add it to R1. Minus 10 plus 3, that is minus 7. Minus 10 plus 1, that is minus 9, minus 10 multiplied by minus 1 is plus 10 plus 0, that is 10. Are you okay with it? Sorry, minus 10 R3, right? So now next is R2 minus 17 R3. 5 minus 17. 5 minus 17. That will give me 5 minus 17 is minus 12. 2 minus 17. 2 minus 17 will give me 2 minus 15. Now 0 minus of minus 17, that will give me simply plus 17. In R3 we haven't made any change. 1 minus 1, sorry, 1 1 minus 1. Now you can see something multiplied by A is giving us I. So simply A inverse is this. If B into A is equal to I, then B is the inverse of A. So this is minus 7, minus 9, 10, minus 12, minus 15, 17, 1, 1, minus 1. That's how we find the inverse of a 3 by 3 matrix. Again reminding you, when you are applying row transformation, apply it to the pre-multiplier, and what you do to take care of, you get the key element of that particular column. With that key element you make 2 zeros, immediately it will be happen. And while preparing the key element, you must take care that you will take the help of the lower rows, not the upper one.